Hi, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today we're going to talk about how to come up with winning angles for your ad campaigns every time. Let's get stuck in. So before we get stuck in, I want to tell you that almost no marketers do this, all right? So if you take careful notes on what I'm going to talk to you about today, and you implement what I'm going to say to you and actually do the work, then you're going to be streets ahead of all your competitors, all right? Because being a good media buyer and coming up with winning angles and slashing cost per leads and getting great quality leads, you can't do that just by reverse engineering people's funnels, your competitors' funnels, and seeing what they're doing and copying it, and then doing that and expecting it to work forever, okay? At some point in time, you're gonna have to get good at what you do and come up with an original thought for once, all right? Some people might be listening to that and go, Dan, it's working. I can reverse engineer competitors and run ads and it's fine. And I'm happy that when that burns out, moves to the next thing and then move to the next thing and then move to the next thing. And if that's working for you, that's absolutely fine. I'm not gonna knock it. What I'm gonna talk to you today about is something you can do that is really gonna set you apart. I call it, let your market do your marketing, all right? And it's the best way to come up with angles when you don't have to guess, all right? This is something you can do by doing some market research. All right, so let's get stuck in on how to do this and how to find those angles. I'm gonna use a bit of a real world example here. We were running ads to land appointments for land roofers, okay? So we want to get roofers as clients. We had a funnel that we were talking about. You can actually see me talking about the funnel and the changes that we made. There's a video up here, which might be interesting to you. But what we did when we initially started is we came up with this angle of the highest quality leads that roofers can buy. And we, to be fair, we do have some epic quality leads because of the way we do it. But unfortunately, guess what? Everyone thinks they've got the highest quality leads. So if roofers are seeing this type of stuff in their newsfeed, on Facebook or on YouTube ads or whatever it is, they just gloss over it. They've heard it before, right? It's just not going to cut the mustard when it comes to getting their attention and getting them to take action and book an appointment with you, okay? So I was lazy. I went about this the wrong way. And I should know better than that because I've been around a little while. So what I did was I took the afternoon off and I set 4 or 5 hours aside and I said, I'm going to go and do some market research. I'm going to gather as much information as I can from multiple different platforms. I started off with forums, okay? There's a simple search that you can do to find forums in the industry, in the roofing industry. Came up with, I think it's contractor forums. I came up and I saw that. And believe it or not, they had a whole 90, 100 message thread on roofers looking and contractors looking for marketing help and best ways to grow their business with lead generation and who to trust and what to do and what to buy and what not to buy. So I had this gold mine of 100+ threads of people asking questions like, is Instagram good to grow your business? Or is what's better, Home Advisor or Angie's List? And then I started hearing about how they were using yard signs to grow their business. And then I started hearing about, all of these other cool things that they were writing about that to be fair, I'm not a roofer. I didn't know much about this. And this was just amazing. It took me about half an hour over there and it was just great. I picked up some really good stuff, copied and pasted the threads, put them into a Google Doc and just kept on adding to this Google Doc, all right? Didn't take long at all. Next thing I did is I thought, okay, where else do roofers hang out? And then I searched in Facebook for roofing groups, all right? And I found there was hundreds of these, right? There was hundreds of people that set up roofers groups that were set up by roofers, helping roofers grow their businesses, all right? And if you're nice about it and go about it the right way, you can join these groups and just, you don't have to post anything to start with, but you can see the struggles, the objections, what's working for roofers, what isn't working for them, what they love doing, what they hate doing. There's just some really good threads there. So again, I was copy and pasting all of this. And this might sound boring to you, all right, but you have to do it, okay? And I'll explain what I did when I found in a little bit some hooks that I found that I put into my ads. The next thing was I went over to Reddit. There's some really good stuff at Reddit. And then where else? Oh yeah, this is the gold. This is where the real gold was. I went over to YouTube and I did some searching, and I found multiple channels of some really epic roofers that had grown multi-million-dollar roofing businesses. They moved into education to help other roofers. All right, and they had all of these free videos on the different type of lead sources they could try: door knocking, getting in bed with insurance agents, storm damage, yard signs, what works with buying leads from Home Advisor or Angie's List. They had literally every single video they did was a hook that I can use inside my ads, coming from people that have been there and done this before. So it was really quite an easy task for me to come up with some good stuff to try. The problem is that I didn't do this to begin with. I just said we had the highest quality leads. And I'll give you an example why that's a lie and why I lose trust with roofers when I say that, because the highest quality leads that can buy, the free ones they get from their insurance agents that they're smoozing, that have them on as a preferred supplier. So when a job comes in from a hail damage or storm damage or whatever that is, their insurance company will literally call the roofer and say, we've got a job for you. They need to do this work and we've got roughly this amount of budget to do it. Then they go out and use an insurance adjuster to figure out the quote. And then they just go ahead and do the job. The client doesn't even have to pay for the work, right? These are the best leads you can get. So I was lying to the roofers with my hook. And no wonder they didn't trust me, right? So it took me about 4 or 5 hours, and I just, it was just invaluable time spent, okay? And I wish I had have done it earlier, because I wasted money with my old angle, all right? And no matter what industry you're in, whether it be B2C, B2B, whether it be life insurance, whether it be debt consolidation, whether it be mortgages, finance, lending, anything, all right? You'll be able to find forums, you'll be able to go, that's another good place, Amazon, you'll be able to go out and find books written by people that just specialize in these markets, okay? And it's just a really great way to spend your time, okay? So once I did that, I was able to grab 4 or 5 different angles. I think I used yard signs, storm damage, insurance agents. I can't remember what the other ones were. Knocked up some quick ads. It was very easy. Used some curiosity in my ads, and we immediately had I think probably a 30 to 40% bump in click-through rate. People were much more engaged and trusting, and we got much better results with these better ads. So if you're looking for a magic formula that I can show you and a quick fix, this isn't it. You have to put the hard yards in order to be able to get results and understand the market. You can't rip off your competitors for the rest of your life. Have an original thought, and that's what's going to make you special and get you the results. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give us a like. If you've got any questions about how I did it and the places that I went, then please comment below. And of course, if you want to be the first to hear other videos like this, please subscribe to our channel. And finally, if you are a lead gen and you're sick of dealing with agency clients and retainers and being a master of none by doing all sorts of different stuff under the sun, you just want to focus on generating leads and have a pay-per-lead business, then I've got a game plan on how to escape the old way of doing things and moving to the new way. Escape retainer jail and move to pay-per-lead heaven. All right? I'll speak to you soon.